No, guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. I don't have one. I have two Infiniti QX80s. I really love this one and enjoy it. It's not going to last very long. I already have people lined up for when I'm finished with it, and I enjoy it so much, I wanted another one. These are two completely different situations, different experiences for me and you, because I'm going to get footage. This one here was bought at a public auction. High mileage, yes, but incredible shape, ready to go. It doesn't need much. That said, this one here is from Copart, and it's had a light hit to it. It does have now a PA certificate of salvage title, which you can bring back. I'll show you the work that needs to be done to get them roadworthy once again and become whole again in every way, being able to be on the road and through registration. This one here is a 2017, 100,000 miles less on this one. This one has almost 170,000 miles. This one has just under 70,000 miles on it, just broken in. You can see the differences within just a couple years. They refreshed it. The grille goes from linear to more of a crisscross pattern. The headlights, a little bit different, same shape, but different lighting inside. The fog lights go to a driving light and a fog light down below. The intake or cooling for the radiator, a little bit different down there, but a lot is the same. The side venting, the 5.6 liter V8, the mirrors, and just about everything, even the side steps, have the same pattern. The wheels are different. I like the wheels on the older one compared to the newer one. Both of them have new tires, so we don't have to worry about that. But with this one here, there's some damage. And before I show that to you, this thing is so dirty and slopped up. I want to wash it real quick so I could show you this gorgeous metallic blue color that we're going to bring back to life after we're done with some other issues. Runs incredible, runs perfectly fine. And yeah, let me get this cleaned up and then I can walk you around and show it to you a little closer and the different issues that we'll have to contend with this one. Starting off with these wheels and tires, these are pretty bad. Not a lot of space to get back in at the barrel of the wheel. Wheel wells are crusty. Let's get them the best we can. I don't know how long it's been sitting in the Copart lot, but I'm sure there's a lot of salt up in under here. Sometimes it takes months, 1, 2, 3, 4 months for these things to go up for sale. They could be sitting in Copart. I've seen some that I was interested in, but I didn't get the bid on until 3 or 4 months later. That's just how it is. They are not in a hurry to get these things out. So if you're interested in one, you just have to make a note. The only problem with these wheel brushes here is they spray shit all over the place. I like the way they scrub. I like the way they work. But they are messy. They get in between the caliper and the barrel of the wheel really nice, no matter how tight they seem to be. But that splatter is a pain. It gets everywhere. Okay, now A little bit of scrubbing on this tire. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that green crap off of there. It was involved in an accident, so I believe that was something that they put on the tire to mark during their investigation. I don't know. I just know it's hard to get off. All right, what am I going to use for the face of the wheel? How about one of these brushes? Get in around the center. Hubcap, lug nuts, and then these designs, which I'm really not crazy about. I like the other wheels better. This one here is going to be with me for quite some time because it does take a considerable amount of time, a little bit of money, and energy to get these roadworthy again. But I've been looking forward to doing this. I don't mind it. And I have plenty other vehicles to keep me busy in the meantime while I'm waiting for parts, paperwork, you name it. Much better already. Let me take care of the other 4, and then I'll probably get some paint thinner out and clean that off. Now, normally if I'm doing a maintenance wash or it's something where the paint is finished and is corrected, I would do the foam rinse, foam, grab my mitts, go through every step. You can combine steps here because this thing is getting corrected. It's getting a proper correction. So I'm going to foam it heavily, grab the mitts, and just wash it and rinse it off. Get all that crap off of there. There's no risk of marring anything because we have to correct it anyways, just to make that clear. No protection on this one whatsoever, not even, well, I don't see a sticker for it, but they didn't even run it through the car wash with this garbage Mr. Hotshine stuff, so. As you can see, any type of forced air to dry this is going to be a complete waste of time. So, we grab our favorite drying towels and do it the old-fashioned way. Drape and drag. Wow, so much better already. This thing is gorgeous. Wheels are brighter. The paint, clean. Look at this gorgeous metallic blue. We're going to bring that out. Now, let's get to the reason it was at Copart to begin with. First of all, it got hit right back here and creased this. PDR is going to take care of this completely. That will be gone without any body work. I am going to sand that, smooth that, fill it where it's needed, and respray it. And I'll respray the whole bumper and do it right. Then, well, there was some scratches there because whatever hit it glanced here and I believe some of the parts hit there as well, and here. So that we're going to remove with paint correction. And then on this side, it pushed it up against something, and that's what I call a soft dent. PDR is going to be able to easily pull that one out. And that is it for the exterior. Now, something I already fixed. When it did hit this back here, guys, the exhaust is right there. It tapped the exhaust and unhooked it right before it goes into the cats. I already hooked that back up. That's good to go. Now, on the interior, some bags went off. Not all of them, thank goodness, but enough of them. As you can see, pretty much the same interior. They didn't do too much to update it within the 3 years. Maybe some wood trim around the steering wheel and some other features. But the airbag did pop in the seat. I'm going to have to order a seat. That's $800 or $900. I'll find a black one. No big deal. But let me go to the other side to kind of show you this. It's going to be a little bit more work, and I already started it just to kind of get it out of my way for the time being. It popped the airbag all the way back through there. And you can see it destroyed that back there where the vent was. I cut it and put the headliner back up so it's not on my head while I'm working on this thing and moving it around. But I will have to fix that and address that. That is more time consuming than hard and expensive, but all of this can be done rather quickly. So when it comes to a salvage title, you can either get them with a clean title if the damage is below a certain amount of what the vehicle's worth. If it's a salvage title, you have to go through the process. You have to take pictures of beforehand, keep tabs of the money you spend on it, keep tabs of the repair. A representative of the state will have to come out and do an inspection, and then you can go to just back to a regular title. Now, I did win the bid on this. This was a little bit of process getting this. I won the initial bid for the auction, and I won that at about $6,500, and it did not meet their reserve. Their reserve was somewhere around $12,000, I believe, something ridiculous. And I did put in a counter bid of $7,500. I'm going to show you what this thing is worth on the app. And they counterbidded me going down by hundreds. And then I just laughed at that, walked away. They gave a couple counter bids coming down 100 increments at a time. And then 3 days later, they came back and accepted my bid. Just like that. They wanted to get rid of it. So, of course, I ran down there, I took care of payment, and here it is. Let me grab the app and show you the numbers on this thing once it's fixed up. So there's an app you can put on your phone, and I don't know if this is going to focus right, but it's called Bumper. And what you do is you enter the VIN number of the vehicle that you want to look up. Let me get that in there, and then we'll let this vehicle show up, this exact one. Once you have the correct VIN in there, if it turns red, it's wrong. If this search bar stays black, it's good to go. So you hit that, let it do its thing. And then here it is, QX80 comes up, gives you possible photos, vehicle specs, sale listings, theft records, salvage records, market value, warranties, suggested maintenance, and they have a record there, detailed history. So let's hit market value. And here it comes up. There is the exact mileage, that's correct. So 21,625. That is what you would get when sold through private party or dealership. That is market value. What dealers would pay for that? 17 grand. So I paid 10,000 less. So we're going to work out, well, even putting money into this thing. I just wanted to show you. One thing I can do is make sure none of the other panels have any types of repair, and we get to also see how much clear we have left to work with once we get that far where we can do a correction. Okay, so the hood doesn't have a whole heck of a lot. Jumps around a little bit. That's pretty thin right there. Maybe it has been polished. We have some to work with, but we can't go crazy. So that's going to be a great video, choosing a combination to bring out that gorgeous blue without getting overly aggressive. Starts up, no lights, just have the airbag until I get the one in the seat replaced. I did bolt the exhaust back together, and then it did need a weld as well, right near where the second set of cats connect to the exhaust. Okay, so this is where we work out some of the nerves. It's been delivered. You can't, or you shouldn't, drive these away right off the lot of Copart. They're responsible for liability. I do see that. I see some people jumping the vehicle. I see it in videos. They're driving it straight off the Copart lot. They have a real rule where they don't want you to do that. I completely understand that for liability issues. If a car is hit or is, you never know what's wrong with these cars. And it's not safe just to take them right out onto the roadway without checking them out properly. So what we're going to do now is we looked over it. Everything seems safe. And I did have to do some work to get it to this point. Now it's time to take it on the road. Just take it down the road a little bit and make sure that this vehicle was hit in the back. Did it get tapped and pushed into a curb, bend wheels, mess up the suspension in any way, mess up the drive? Was it in park when it got hit? And did it damage the driveline in any way? Transmission, transfer case, it is all-wheel drive. We're going to find that out right now, and this is where my nerves are really kicking in, because anything can show up. When these things are sitting on the Copart lot, they're squished together, and you can only go front and back a couple inches in some cases. So this is the true test. Let's take it down the road. All right, out of the lot, and here we go. Shifts again. We're good there. Up over 40. No vibrations. The steering wheel is smooth. Everything feels smooth. Very happy about that. I don't feel anything wrong with this, but we're going to take it up the road for a couple miles and see how everything holds together. 14.1 miles per gallon. This is a big beast, heavy, 5.6 liter V8. Cruising right along. Okay, everything from turning slow, pulling out slow, a parking lot sort of situation, to now pulling out onto a roadway that is a little bit more congested. No problems. And from here we pull out onto a highway where we can get up to speed just a little bit better. So far so good. It feels exactly like the 2014. And now we have the green light. We could pull out onto the highway itself. Lay into the throttle a little bit. Up over 40. Up over 50 miles an hour, smooth as silk. I mean, we're good to go. I can take a deep breath now. Guys, this is the only part that gets me nervous. Now really the only one I have to worry about is the truck, but that I know needs work. I picked that up knowing it needs an oil pump. That could be quite a job. I'll show you exactly what needs to be done on that. That was delivered just the other day, and we'll get a video out on that one shortly. But as for the 2017 QX80, it's been tapped a little bit in the back. Running perfectly fine, and I am happy. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'll give you the updates on both of the QX80s. This one will be for a while, and while we were filming, another one was dropped off. And that one's going to need even more work, but I got that even cheaper yet. That's another one from a different Copart, and we'll have another video on that one as well. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.